So Alex Krassyuk says that if the Alexander Usyk-Tyson Fury fight is to happen in London or anywhere in the UK, it must be a 50-50 split. They will no longer accept 70-30, and this is assuming he gets past Daniel Dubois. Frank Warren did an interview this week sometime where he said that if the fight between Usyk and Fury happens, there won't be any Saudi involvement, and that there will be an offer coming from Queensbury to Alexander Usyk's team if Usyk gets past Daniel Dubois. Well, I can't imagine that the offer is going to be anywhere close to what the Saudis will be willing to pay both fighters in Saudi Arabia. Now, Frank Warren says that they haven't received this offer from the Saudis with regards to the Usyk fight that was promised. They said that they were going to send an offer in the next few weeks. I think this was maybe 6 weeks ago. And that offer hasn't been forthcoming. But of course, Tyson Fury announced that he was going to fight Francis Ngannou. So if you're fighting Francis Ngannou in October, what's the point in making you an offer? It's very straightforward as far as I'm concerned. So that's that out the way. Now, with regards to Frank Warren saying the fight can't happen in Saudi Arabia, that to me just looks like an unnecessary roadblock. Why would you say that, Frank? Why wouldn't you be willing to explore all opportunities? Is he just saying it because he doesn't think an offer will come from the Saudis? Or if an offer does come from the Saudis, is Frank Warren or Tyson Fury going to reject it? Now, they say, Frank Warren's been very clever with his words over the past few weeks, that Tyson Fury accepted an offer to fight Usyk in Saudi, but there was no offers this year. The offer that he accepted, he claims, was last December. Obviously, that would have been for a fight in early 2023. Now, Amir Abdullah of Skill Challenge, after the Fury negotiations broke down, said that the reason the negotiations broke down is because one of the fighters was asking for more money than the fight was worth. He was asking for more money than both fighters' purses combined in terms of what the Saudis were willing to pay both fighters. Now, obviously, that was Tyson Fury because Usyk had already accepted an offer. We know that. Tyson Fury was asking for more money than both fighters combined. Frank Warren a few months ago said that Fury would accept $150 million to fight Usyk in Saudi Arabia. Obviously, last year, Tyson Fury was saying that he would accept $500 million to fight Usyk. So we know where the silly demands are coming from. It's from Tyson Fury. So, this stuff from Frank Warren said, oh, it must be in the UK and the offer will be coming from us. Make the offer public, Frank. Make the amount public. Because, yeah, that's not the norm with regards to negotiating fights. But in this situation here, if the fight doesn't get over the line, we want to know why as fans. We want to know who to blame. Now, so far, I know who to blame. Most of you guys know who to blame. But for any future negotiations, if they break down, we want to know for sure who to blame. Make the actual monetary offer public. Do that. Or at least give us a ballpark figure. And you should certainly be making the split public. Yeah? For the benefit of boxing fans. To let us know what's what and who's who. And this is what I'll say about Krassyuk saying that it must be 50-50 if the fight's in the UK. I agree with him. And it's not that Alexander Usyk brings the same level of value to the table as Tyson Fury, although after the backlash of Fury ducking Usyk twice, his popularity has taken a downturn, for sure, in the UK, Tyson Fury. So we have to see if he's still got that kind of pulling power if and when he fights Francis Ngannou. And, based on that, and obviously Ngannou's a massive name himself, so it's difficult to judge Fury's pulling power based on the Ngannou fight when Ngannou's such a massive name. But the point I'm making here is, even if Fury is the bigger name, even if he's the bigger draw, it is his home country after all, the UK, I think Usyk and his team are absolutely right to demand 50-50 because Tyson Fury messed them around last time out. He wasn't serious at all, making ridiculous demands. When it went to the UK, man's talking about 70-30 and taking out the rematch clause at the final hour when it was Fury's own team that put the rematch clause in there in the first place. Fury's trainer, Sugar Hill, admitting that he wasn't in the UK to train Tyson Fury. He was only in the UK to train Lawrence Okolie. Oops. Didn't mean to say that, Tyson. Obviously, John Fury's been mad ever since because Sugar Hill let the cat out of the bag. Tyson Fury had no intention of fighting Usyk. He was always just moving goalposts and messing around. After messing a guy's career around that much, and think about it, people, time is money. All that time that Usyk spent out of the ring, with Fury messing him about, he could have been fighting. He could have been making money. So yes, 50-50, absolutely. Because not only does he deserve 50-50 for the time and money, time therefore money, that Tyson Fury wasted of his, he deserves 50-50 now because it will make, or it will let the public, it will let the fans know, and Usyk's team know, that Tyson Fury is actually serious if he does it on a 50-50 basis. Because if we get this protracted negotiation with Fury saying, I want 80-20, you know what Fury's like. He'll probably come out with, I want 90-10 now. Like, let's say Usyk has a difficult night against Daniel Dubois. Fury will probably try and use that as a reason to push his percentage up. Oh, I want 90% against Usyk. You know, stupid stuff like that. Nah, 50-50 will let Usyk's team, will let the public know that Tyson Fury is actually serious if he accepts that percentage split, if the fight happens in the UK. Simple. Carl Froch, he said on his channel a while ago, and he said it several times, when he fought the rematch with Mikkel Kessler, Froch was a much bigger draw than Kessler. He was selling out all kind of arenas and making a lot of money. He didn't have to offer Kessler 50-50, but he wanted that revenge and he wanted that belt, and he said, you know what? To save any issues, to save any problems, I really want that belt. I really want to be unified and all this kind of thing. Let's just do a 50-50 to just cut through any nonsense. And Kessler was like, okay, yeah, let's do it. Both guys wanted it. And it showed how much Froch wanted it, given the fact that he offered a guy 50-50 who wasn't the same level of draw as he was. That's what you do when you really want to fight. At the end of the day, Tyson Fury's made loads of money already. I mean, he really did rob the bank with that fight against Derek Chisora, didn't he? A trilogy that nobody wanted or cared about against a guy who's already beaten twice before, comfortably. What was the need for the third fight? I mean, yeah, I had to laugh, even at people like Teddy Atlas. How naive could Teddy Atlas be? Does he not see what Tyson Fury is? Teddy Atlas was like, oh, it's great for Chisora what Tyson Fury's doing for him. I mean, they're making out as though Tyson Fury's some type of philanthropist or something, doing all this charitable work, helping Chisora out. No, he wasn't helping Chisora out. He was helping himself out. That's what he was doing. He was robbing the bank. He charged, at the time, a record high pay-per-view price for that Chisora trilogy, Teddy Atlas. Like, do me a favor, to steal a phrase from Frank Warren. Are you having a laugh? He wasn't doing anyone a favor other than himself, Tyson Fury. Certainly wasn't doing his fans a favor, was he? Charging £30 for that. I mean, what kind of voluntary defense is that? A trilogy with a washed up Derek Chisora who you already beat comfortably twice before. The guy was ranked about number 13 in the world. You skipped over so many challengers who would have happily jumped in the ring with you. The likes of Frank Sanchez and Makhmudov and all those people happily would have taken an opportunity to fight Tyson Fury. But no, he goes all the way over those people and picks Derek Chisora. So Tyson Fury's made plenty of money, made money in the Wilder fights, made money in the Dillian Whyte fight, made God knows what, 20, 30 million in the Dillian Whyte fight, made a load of money in the, or is going to make a load of money if the Ngannou fight goes ahead. So forget about all this stuff. Oh, I want this. No. If you're serious about being the best, proving yourself the best in the world, if you want the fight in the UK, if it must be in the UK, as Frank Warren claims, and remember, if Usyk agrees to do the fight in the UK, he's going to be taking a massive pay cut. The UK cannot generate the kind of money the Saudis can get for Alexander Usyk. So in order to have Usyk agree to take this massive pay cut, which is what it would be, 50-50 down the line, since you messed them around last time out, Tyson Fury, Frank Warren, all you jokers still trying to gaslight the public with all the nonsense you're coming out with. So yeah, let's see what happens anyway. It's not a foregone conclusion as far as I'm concerned that Alexander Usyk will get past Daniel Dubois. This is a young guy, he's 25, and one thing I can agree with Frank Warren on, the guys that Alexander Usyk has faced at heavyweight were all older guys, well into their 30s. This is a young guy, a young heavyweight, 233 pounds. He should be light enough to keep up a good work rate. Daniel Dubois, I'm talking about here, should be light enough to keep up a good work rate against Alexander Usyk, which is something that the likes of Anthony Joshua, Derek Chisora was, active for the first 6-7 rounds, but after that, he slowed down dramatically. And obviously, Witherspoon really wasn't about much. So yeah, this could be something different, but if he does get past Daniel Dubois and we get a next bout of negotiations with Fury, I'm 100% with Krassyuk's got to be 50-50 if the fight's in the UK. If not, stop being silly, Tyson. Stop pricing yourself out. Stop gaslighting the public, Mr. Warren. And if the Saudis come with an offer, a substantial offer, don't ask for 200 million. Don't ask for 150 million. If they offer you 50, 60 million, you take the fight. You're not going to get that kind of money anywhere else anyway. So stop messing about. Take the fight. We all want to see undisputed. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Are you sick and tired of the mainstream mindset? Does the dogmatic conformity and pathological ignorance have you tearing your hair out in frustration? Then don't be alone. Come and join our brotherhood on Patreon. We stand as a beacon of reason against an army of insanity. You'll gain access to my weekly topical podcast where we take more deep dives than Jacques Cousteau on an endless variety of subjects. There's also videos, interviews, live Q&As, as well as a vast back catalogue of previous episodes, including my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You can listen via the Patreon app or download in high-quality MP3. Connect with myself and hundreds of other members in our Element chat group. There's no contract, no commitment, you can cancel at any time, and it's cheaper than a Mickey D's McMuffin. Just head to my Patreon page via the link below this video and select the tier called the Brotherhood of Reason. I'll see you over there.